Stop unloading JAWS. Enter camera. Stop taking.
Good afternoon, viewers. This is Joey Hagemeyer with you again for episode 6 of Shades of Doom. And we will figure out what it has to offer.
Select next, play, save.
Load from slot 1, level 6, loaded, elevator.
We're going to
1
meet
feet. South. Automatic bolt gun.
Hold on just a second.
Magic taken, elevator in 16 feet. South.
We're going to meet a new enemy in this level, which I'll explain later.
South. Transport pad in 40
Now,
feet.
we're picking up an interesting item here. It's called a transport pad.
Transport pad taken.
And
North.
in some ways, in these later levels, I think they can be very helpful depending, but you can use one of these and it'll take you to one of 3 random locations in the level. If I ever have a need to use it, I'm going to. Now in this room, I'm going to use the flamethrower if there's an enemy here because there's an important piece of equipment I don't want to destroy.
In 15 feet.
Okay, nobody's guarding the ammunition.
In 4 feet. Coffee door.
Now here we have a
Coffee machine.
coffee machine. And if you walk up to it and press enter, you can get a cup of coffee. But you can only get 1 cup of coffee
88%.
per
Are you
entry
sure you
key.
would like to quit? Yes or no? No. Magic quantity 11. 100%.
But you drink this coffee and it'll raise your defense.
Cup of coffee.
Now,
91%.
you notice your health appears to go down, but the coffee is basically adding up your total health totals to raise your defense, so you want to do this for a little while. The more coffee you drink, the higher your defense, which you're going to need. And yes, viewers, it would benefit you immensely. And I'm going to use a med kit. That breathing sound means that that your character is almost dead.
53%.
Let's try that again.
100%.
That's perfect.
South.
And here we'll keep exploring.
17 feet.
We have a door. But I'm going to switch back to my bolt gun because the thing with the flamethrower is that its rate of fire is pretty slow.
Door
But
in 15 feet.
after you leave the coffee room,
East.
you're better off using your automatic bolt gun.
Feet.
You accumulate enough ammunition that you can definitely afford to use it.
Go battery. Data wafer in 5 feet. White data wafer. Take north. East. South. Door in 1 feet. East.
Uh-oh.
File grenade.
This doesn't look good.
Automatic bolt gun.
Now, this enemy we're tangling with... Uh-oh. Yeah. This enemy is called the...
Temporal disturbance.
And these enemies,
South.
while they won't kill you, they'll pick you up and throw you someplace. And it's really annoying because you can end up getting lost. Ah!
1 feet.
Oh great, where am I now?
South.
Did he take me to the last room of the level?
100% west.
It looks like he did.
Door in 2 feet.
Oh, great.
South of
I don't even have a security chip.
proximity.
I'm going to give this transport pad a shot and see what it does.
Press 2. In 50 feet west.
Now, a way to deal with these temporal disturbances is you can't really kill them off that easily. But the best way to deal with them is to run around the perimeter of the room, or run in a big enough room and then close the door that you want going out. But it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches with these, with the temporal disturbance. Because when they pick you up and throw you to another part of the level, ooh, we got a new weapon. Or we're about to get a new weapon. We got the biodisruptor. Now the proximity blast mine is similar to the timed blast mine, but like the biodisruptor mine, it won't detonate until somebody's in front of it. But it's also like the timed blast mine, where it'll destroy objects that the monster was carrying. But yeah, the thing with the temporal disturbance is you basically have to roll with the punches and figure out how to complete the level. Because you're not always going to complete the level conventionally when you get thrown by a temporal disturbance.
Door in 10 feet west.
Rats. Again.
Door in 20 feet.
Now, this is that sewer that you would have fallen into if you had been in level 5. And it makes me wonder how the items work if they're still in that dirty water. Yuck. Well, there is another door on the other side of the sewer, but I'm not going to go through it yet because I'm going in this level out of order, so I kind of want to restore some order to this level.
Save and slot 1. Explode level. Explode it.
But that temporal disturbance threw me.
East. South.
So I'm not quite ready to...
North. East. North. West. South.
Okay, let's...
45, 13 feet. There is an exit from the room behind and to the left.
An exit from the room behind and to the
North.
left.
East.
Wait.
North.
Wait, there? That's the exit we just visited.
West. North.
Oops, I took a wrong turn.
South.
Yeah, these rooms can be confusing, especially if you get touched by the temporal disturbance. They can really get you turned around.
East.
But we are...
North. In 40
Okay,
feet.
good.
North.
We're coming... Rats.
Bare fists.
And mutant humans.
Data wafer in 15 feet. Yellow data wafer taken. Yellow data wafer taken. White data wafer taken. Projectile ammunition in 19 feet. Projectile ammunition
Now-
in 20 feet. Projectile ammunition taken.
We picked up power pack ammunition,
1,166.
And the power pack ammunition is for the weapons you have received from level 5 and up. So your flamethrower, the biodisruptor we picked up, they all use power pack ammunition, whereas the chainsaw uses incendiary, and your guns use projectile ammunition. But I'm holding on to the biodisruptor because you don't get that many of them yet, but their damage is amazing. But around level 7 and level 8, I'm going to start using that biodisruptor, because they can get me out of a tight fix in later levels that grenades may not always do.
Yes.
Not to take anything away from grenades, but sometimes the more advanced weapons and the biodisruptor won't hurt you like the grenades.
Door in 11 feet. East.
See, this is what I'm talking about. These rooms where these doors are interconnected with other corridors.
North. Security
let's-
check in 18 feet.
Oh, good. Managed to get a security chip.
Security check taken. Door in 12 feet.
Was this the room with the temporal disturbance? It might have been. I'm gonna save just in case.
Save and save. There.
Yeah, that's the room with the temporal disturbance.
Door in 3 feet. Ecuador. Temporal Ecuador.
Thankfully, there were no items to get in that room.
South. Save and
I'm gonna save again since I killed the giant rat.
West.
I guess all we have to do now is go through that sewer because there's a few more rooms to explore.
North. East. South.
Wait,
East.
am I even going the right way?
East. Yes.
Yes, when the temporal disturbance...
East.
I know I said it before, but when the temporal disturbance gets a hold of you, it can really mess
Door
up
in 15 feet.
the order of doing things.
Door in 13 feet.
That's why the temporal disturbance is annoying.
West.
You'll basically get thrown off track and everything is out of order.
South. East. South. West. North.
Yeah,
South.
sorry viewers, I'm trying to make this as entertaining as possible, but
North.
thanks to the temporal disturbance, I get turned around.
East. South.
Oh, come on.
South.
Wait.
North. East. North.
Ah, there we go.
6 explode level. Exploded. West. Door in 7 feet.
Yeah. Back through the sewer.
In 90 feet.
Wait.
South. Fire grenades. West. Door in 11 feet. West.
Never have too many bio grenades.
Door in 8 feet. South. Door in
Wait.
7 feet.
And yes, sometimes I close these doors so I don't get messed up like I did
West.
a minute ago.
Fair pit.
Rats.
South.
Let's see.
East. Door in south feet. Door in 3 feet.
Oh,
Fair fist.
there's nothing but rats here.
Door in 10 feet. West. North. East. North. West. City door. Data wafer. To the left.
Oh, data wafer.
Data wafer in 6 feet. West. White data wafer taken. East. South. 100%. Fair fist. Message 6 yellow
Oh, good, we have a message.
east.
And to kind of make things more
Door
efficient,
in 20 feet.
in these, I'm going to condense these levels to 2 videos so that
North.
my channel doesn't look too messy, or so that my channel doesn't look cluttered. And so I will
Door in
do
12 feet.
level 7
North.
as well on this level, because I figured I could finish up this series in 2 videos. I'm hoping that it won't bore you if
Proximity vent on security check.
I do it this way. But I thought it'd be more efficient to, since I'm in the last few chapters of the game, or the last 4 levels, to condense all of this down into 2 videos.
Elevator in 20 feet.
I know I was doing 1 level for each video before level 4, but
West.
I thought this would be more efficient, so if you don't mind sticking with me for a while longer,
Proximate on security check.
we'll do level 7. Also, because level 6 was kind of short.
Level 7 elevator in 3 feet.
Now, here's the tricky part.
Door in
This room
3
has a
feet.
door that's locked.
West. Door in 18 feet. Door in 2 feet.
We can't go into it yet.
Elevator
So-
in 18 feet. North.
As in previous levels, we will have to go and find multiple security chips,
East.
because we have to get in that door,
South. East. South.
otherwise we
Door
can't
in 0
finish
feet.
level 9, which is the last level, because you enter that door, I'll tell you now, there's a security chip in that room that won't work in level 7 or 8. So you need that security chip, otherwise you can't get out of the base once you complete the game.
Proximity biodisruptor mine.
Now, this level
East.
is stressful because with a gelatinous blob, it used to be fixed earlier in the game. You knew where they were, but in level 7, the blob can show up in random places, so we're going to have to tread through level 7 very carefully.
North. Door in 18 feet. 34 feet.
Oh my goodness. Do we seriously have another temporal disturbance? Oh. Why did they put him at the beginning of the level?
East.
Well,
North.
I guess we'll do the best we can.
West.
The only reason I don't like having the temporal disturbance here is that
Door in 5 feet. West.
in this level, because it might put you in the room with a blob.
Door in 17 feet. Door in 19
And you don't
feet.
want that.
Automatic bolt gun. Proximity biodisruptor mine. Feet. Proximity biodisruptor mine. Taken. Time and blast mine. Taken. Blue data wafer. Taken. White data wafer. Taken. White data wafer. Taken. White data wafer. Taken. White data wafer. Taken. Security chip. Taken. Security chip. Taken. Door in 16 feet.
Oh, great. Now the tricky part comes, because I have to go back and tangle with that temporal disturbance again to get into that door,
East.
now that I have my
Door
security
in 15
chips.
feet. Door in 17 feet.
I do not, next to the rats, I do not like the temporal disturbance.
South.
I'm gonna need a miracle. Thankfully this passage is big enough.
West.
I'm gonna close this door so he won't bug me.
Elevator in 16 feet. Door in 7 feet.
Let's see
Door
here.
in 11 feet. North. Door in 7 feet east. West.
Thankfully that room was big enough for me to run around the perimeter and get around that temporal disturbance.
Proximity trench security check. Unlock security check in 9 feet. Security check taken.
Now we have a total of 3 security chips. I should mention that the elevator at the end of this level, you do not need a security chip for it. That's why that 3rd security chip is being saved for level 9.
South. East.
But now we have to chase the temporal disturbance again. I really don't want to use a transport pad because, given the random nature of this game, I could be put in a room with a blob, and I'm not prepared for that.
Door in 16 feet. Door in 14 feet east.
Given the random nature of level 7, oh great, he's out in the hallway.
Door in 13 feet.
Oh,
South. East. North.
but yes, as I said, you gotta roll with the punches with these.
Door in 19 feet.
So,
East.
like level 6, we're gonna do this out of order again.
Door in 1 feet. 28 feet. North.
Turret guns.
Door in 3 feet.
And we will be meeting a new enemy and picking up new weapons.
Door in 17 feet.
So basically, we get more power.
North. Door in 11 feet. West. East. Door in 4 feet. Door in 8 feet.
Okay. So we're kind of
Door
going.
in 16 feet.
So like level 6, I'm going in reverse.
Mutant human.
Oops. Took out the equipment.
Projectile ammunition in 17 feet. Projectile ammunition taken. Door in 14 feet. South.
Yeah, more interconnected rooms.
Door in 19 feet.
Ugh. Why do they have these machines
South.
that simulate guns that shoot you with bullets? Okay.
North.
Alright, what I'm going to try...
South.
I'm going to go through this radio room.
West. Door in 4 feet. South.
And yes, I'm always pushing the M key to make sure that the blob doesn't take me by surprise.
West. Door in 17 feet.
I will say both levels 7 and 9, the gelatinous blob will show up randomly.
38 feet. West.
All these turret guns.
File grenades. In 17 feet. File grenades. Taken. Door in 12 feet.
And I'm going to say,
17. Save load level.
just in
7.
case,
Load it.
because you never know when the blob is going to show up and say hi.
Door in 20 feet.
Okay,
South.
well, now that I've done that, we can be more conventional about this level. But I'm going to start closing some doors so that the temporal disturbance can't follow me. Wait.
Yes. South. Door in 16 feet. Door in
Yes.
8 feet.
If you get beyond the temporal disturbance, always make sure to
Door in 20 feet.
start closing doors if you fail to do so after they pick you up, so that they can't follow you.
Door in 7 feet.
because
South.
at this point,
East.
you do what you can to put some barriers, if you will,
East.
between you and the temporal disturbance. If you haven't managed to close a door on them and they've picked you up.
West. Door in 18 feet.
And you never find out how big a passage is.
Door in 11
Just
feet.
the rooms.
South. West. Door in 9 feet. South.
Back in this room where we had the turret guns, we have yet to meet our new enemy.
South.
Which he's going to be the last
West.
enemy that we meet.
South.
But
Door
he,
in 90 feet. East.
more turret guns. Okay, yeah, that enemy I killed along with the turret gun was the Silent Walker. I don't know what they're supposed to be.
Door in 50 east.
Yes. I don't know when that blob is going to show up.
Door in 90 feet.
Whatever I do, I got to make sure to maintain some distance between him and me, since he is so dangerous. Where are you? I don't like this. He hasn't shown up yet. Wait.
North. West. Door in 1 feet.
And I'm going to save again,
Maiden slot 1 area 7.
just in case he is close.
Door in 90 feet.
I don't like this.
East.
Where is everybody?
Door in 1 feet. South. East. Door. Laser pistol in
Oh, yes.
6 feet.
We have a new weapon, the laser pistol.
Laser pistol taken. Power pack ammunition taken. White data wafer taken.
And you will pick up 2 of these in this level. And the laser pistol takes the same ammunition
North.
as your...
52 feet. Gelatinous block.
Ah, there he is.
West.
There's the instant killer.
Projectile ammunition in 20 feet. Projectile ammunition taken. Incendiary ammunition taken. Power pack ammunition taken. Equipment in 5 feet. Bare fist.
And yes, there is a piece of equipment here you do want to take out, because
North.
it opens up a passage for you.
West. Automatic bolt gun. Scope battery in 19 feet. Scope battery medkit taken. Laser pistol in 4 feet. Laser pistol taken. Power pack ammunition taken. White data wafer taken. Door in 15 feet. Door in 17 feet.
Okay. Oh,
The Silent Walker.
I don't know what those silent walkers are supposed to be, but
Message in 16 feet. Message 7 yellow.
let's see what messages we have so far.
1 white, 2 yellow, 3 white, 4 green, 5 blue, 6 yellow, 7 yellow, west,
Okay.
south. Door in 0 feet. Proximate, high proximity transport security check. Unlocked.
And we will enter this room. And this is the final room of level 7.
Elevator in 18 feet.
I'm going to upload this video, and then once it finishes, we'll do the home stretch, which is levels 8 and 9. I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Until then, be safe.
Level 8. Save in slot 8. Save. Are you sure you would like to quit? Yes or no? No. Yes.
Select exit.
JAWS camera, stop taking video.